already wearing this thin. And this latest transfer link has taken me over the edge. Welcome to your transfer emergency stream live. Evening, everybody. Hope you're doing well, and welcome to this emergency stream where we need to have a serious talk about this transfer window and about this latest link. I'm going to show you some stuff in a second that's just, if you're not worried about it, then I need you to calm me down about this, because I'm not happy at all. So I hope you guys in the chat are doing well. Hi to those watching later on. Make sure, as always, you've hit that like button. You know the drill. Make sure you're subscribed as well. And let's kick this one off, because I've been for about a week or two like holding my composure together about this transfer window. And slowly but surely, I'm not a patient man. Okay? I get that. Some of you will have more patience than me. Some of you in the chat will be sitting there saying, you know what, don't worry, it's still plenty of time, blah, blah, blah. Cool. That, you're entitled to your opinion. I don't hold that against you. But I'm telling you my opinion now. And this transfer window has got to the stage where it was pissing me off. Where was Gore last night? There was no Gore, Mark. Why? Because there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. What's the point in... I don't want to waste your guys' time or the guys' time on the panel sitting there talking about Morgan Gibbs-White. Fucking... Who else? Who else is there? That's it. Dan Ndoye. Talk about him. Talk about Visser again. It's just like, what's the point? And then the straw that broke the camel's back for me today is this one. Shout out to, not you, Matt. You didn't break. You're not the straw. I appreciate the 22 months. Much love to you. This link that's coming from ESPN for him. Traore. Alejandro, my guy, with the 14 months as well. Shout out to you. Why the alerts not coming on? Hold on. I don't know why they're not coming up. But shout out to you, Alejandro, bro. Appreciate it. And shout out to Sai with the 35 months. He goes, high caliber transfers happen late in the transfer window. Do they? Gyökeres just got sold with 3 or 4 weeks to go, bro. Alejandro said no, he just did his membership. Anyway, I'm seeing some of you saying I don't mind him, okay? And some of you saying good backup. Who's he backing up? Jota Silva? Elanga? Oh no, wait, we sold him. Who the hell is he back up to? This is my point. This guy is one of the worst wingers in the Premier League. He is a winger who has every attribute to be the best winger in the Premier League. And he's absolutely crap, right? In fact, his only good game was against Forest last season in the games I saw him of, right? Adama Traore. He'd be a better MMA freaking boxer or whatever they're called than he would a footballer. He can't shoot. He can't cross. I don't know what he can do. Like, I would want him on my side in a fight, and I'd never say to his face he's crap. How old is he? He's 29. 29 years old. And this is what, the Elanga replacement? He's not coming fake. I hope so. But this isn't even what triggered me off to start with. Shout out to you, Jay, with the £2, because this window sucks. It absolutely sucks. And like, this stream is going to be me venting out a little. You can agree with my opinion. You can disagree with it. But you guys can do what you want in there. Amit, bro. Like, what do you want me to do, right? If something's reported, we got to talk about it. That's the thing. Exactly, Phil. He's only 5 years older than me. 29 years old. He's fucking gonna be the Elanga replacement. Gordon, go for it, bro. Go for it. Like, unleash. If you wanna vent in the chat, vent in the chat. If you wanna say I'm wrong, do it, right? This ain't a place where I'm gonna say to you guys, how dare you disagree with me? My opinion is the only valid opinion, and this is the way it should be. Gonna cost us 10 extra million on baby oil. Fuck. Si, you're saying it's only July still. We kick off in 3 weeks' time, Si. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. And we've had rejections from Timothy Weah, the fucking other winger, I forgot his name now. You've had rejections from Bakayoko. You've had rejections from Liam Delap. Forest went after him. He said no. You've had rejections from the club from Bologna not accepting Forest bid on Ndoye. Let's not forget Cubano's rejected Forest. Jair started by rejecting Forest, and Igor Jesus started by rejecting Forest, right? Wait until September. All right, so with that logic, right? With that logic, if we wait till September, we played a couple of games. That cost us Champions League last season. How'd you like that, right? If Tuffalo doesn't fuck up in the first game against Bournemouth and we beat him 1-0, we got Champions League. So every game matters. The first one to the last one. Every single game matters. And I'll tell you what, it's worse than that. And I'll show you in a minute, right? I'm saying if you were selling Murillo, you would sell in September. That would be the worst time to sell, bro. The worst time to sell. Hold on, why are the alerts not on? I think someone just grabbed me a coffee. I think I got the alerts on now. Andre, with the 50 Norwegian krona, he says we need to wait until all Champions League clubs all full and are full until we get to eat. Players that are on the fence will start getting nervous, and 35 days left. Chill. 35 days of the window left. There's not 35 days till we kick off. But I agree with you, man, on that pecking order. I do. Hold on, I'll figure out who grabbed the coffee in just a second. But shout out to you, bro. Okay, this is a guy. Let me just, for those of you who think he's decent, right? And you're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. This is his stats, right? He played for Wolves 194 games. A lot of those were under Nuno. By the way, shout out to you, Poison Soup, with the 5 coffees, bro. Much love. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. 194 games for Wolves. 14 goals and 19 assists. Let me just pick that message up as well, bro. He goes, I'll only be supporting you on this from now on as YouTube takes most donos, bro. Keep up the good work. Bro, you're a legend, bro. Because the coffee doesn't cut like YouTube cuts, man. You're an absolute legend. I fully appreciate it. Thank you so much, bro. So that's his stats for Wolves, but it gets better because Barca saw what a lot of people think they see in this player. And that is and I've said it, he has every single attribute to be the perfect winger, right? I have every single attribute to be the perfect Formula One driver, but you don't see me lining up on the paddock next to Max Verstappen and them, man, right? There's a reason. I actually think I'd beat him in a race, but that's a whole other story. Here's his total stats, right? So then at Fulham, he's played 53 games and had 4 goals. 4 fucking goals. Evening, Steve. Hope you're well, bro. Evening, Jonathan. Hope you're well. And then this as well. And this needs to be discussed. This isn't our first year back. Where's the sponsor? They're okay to put the ticket prices up through the roof. No problems. No problem. Let's charge 70 odd quid to see fucking Brentford who haven't got a team left, right? But let's not bring in the revenue through a kit sponsor from early doors so that could maybe reduce the ticket price. Chris with the £5. Appreciate it, bro. He goes, Wolfie, I said it before. We now have Jesus. Now get Victor Moses. And with the prayer, we'll be okay. bit old OD biblical there. See where I'm going. Yeah, I mean, what's left though? Well, we got Ibrahim Sangare. Add him to another biblical name, innit? Appreciate it, bro. Much love to you. So that's that. And the question has to be asked, and I see some of you asking here, what's Edu doing? What is this guy doing? Right? You've got Ross Wilson about to go to Newcastle. I actually think he did a decent job, by the way. What's Edu done? You gotta come in and you gotta hit the ground running and you gotta fucking start getting your signings on. Now, an Edu signing would clearly be Douglas Luiz, right? Edu's wanted him at Arsenal. He still wanted him at Forest. We've been linked with him and everything else. But where's the signings? I saw him hugging Igor Jesus the other day in a video. I take you hugging a different new player. A different new player. So I'm getting pissed off, right? And they've released the spending today. There was this thing on Sky Sports. Let me see if I can bring it up for you guys. Give me 2 seconds, right? While I'm doing this, hit that like button. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. I think we put it out on our social medias. But this is the spending in the Premier League. Where the fuck is it? There it is. Okay. All right, let me just make that a bit smaller so you can see my ugly face. Right. This is the spending in the Premier League, okay? Liverpool have spent nearly £300 million. Chelsea, 218. All the way down you can go. And then look at the bottom, man. You got Wolves have spent 36 million. Forest have spent 10 mil. I think that's wrong anyway. I don't think that's counting Jair. But let's just call it 20. And then you got Crystal Palace with 3 million. That's probably in legal fees for their case with Cass. This is ridiculous, man. Sunderland have already spent over 100 million. Now you're going to say to me, yeah, but they've been promoted. They need to build a squad and what have you, right? You've got Boring Mouth who've had their squad ripped apart. They've still spent 40 million. Villa aren't even on the chart. That's true. Leeds have spent 60 million. Like, what are we doing here, man? I don't expect us to spend 300 million like Liverpool. But fuck me, 10 million. When Kieran Maguire told us we could comfortably spend 100 million this summer. We could spend 100 million this summer, and we've gone and spent 10% of that. Where's the media criticism of Sunderland spending loads like we did in the first season? Well, they can't, innit? Because that's the only formula that works. Okay, so yeah, but I keep getting told, trust the process, trust the recruitment team, they'll get it right. I do expect Forest to get signings in, by the way, but when you're being linked to fucking Adama Traore, fuck this shit, is all I can say. Adama Traore. Now, the reason we need this emergency stream is because me and Twist were putting the team sheet together today. And when I did, I absolutely lost my shit. Like, it was a good thing we weren't live. This channel would have been cancelled. Maybe some of you would have liked that and what have you, but still, whatever. We weren't live at the time, okay? I need you guys to see this and to understand why I'm so pissed off right now. Is Traore on a free? No. I wouldn't even take him on a free. How about this? I wouldn't even have Fulham pay us to take him. Do you think we'll panic buy again? Bro, we're linked to Traore. The panic has begun. The panic has begun. And by the way, the talks of Forest putting in a second bid on Dan Ndoye apparently are fake news. Forest still haven't done that. Our first bid didn't even reach 30 million. It's a fucking joke. So I don't know if he's coming. Napoli are apparently putting together a second bid. Who the fuck knows? How strong is the link to him? Not very strong, bro. But still, the fact that the audacity to have the link to him is enough to wrestle me today, right? But we need to talk about this, right? Because this shit is now serious. Yeah, Lewis O'Brien, right? We'll talk about this in a second. Lewis O'Brien going to Wrexham for 5 mil. Yeah, where was Vissa? We'd have Champions League right now. And when I said, by the way, we bottled Champions League, and I got all the bullshit I got for it, this is why Champions League was so important. Look at Newcastle, who got Champions League and they're still struggling to get some through the door. What do you expect us to get? We're in the crappy European competitions. But we have to talk about this right now. Okay? This at first glance, you look at it and think, you know what? There's a healthy number of red shirts there. Healthy number, all right? But let me just play this out, and please be patient with me, and you'll see what I'm going to show you here, right? Because this should scare every single Forest fan up and down the country, up and down the continent, up and down the planet. Okay, let's do this. So let's say we're going to put out our strongest 11 team currently, and we're going to do it in the formation that Nuno preferred most times last season, which was the 4-2-3-1, right? And we're not going to have an argument about who the strongest 11 is. We're just, based on the players we currently got, I'm going to roughly put it in. You may agree with most of it. You may agree with none of it. That's not the purpose of this exercise, okay? So let me show you this team, right? Obviously, Sells will go in goal. I think no one's going to argue with me there. We'll put Einar at right back, Milenkovic right centre back. And I make this a little neater just for my fucking OCD. And then we're going to put Murillo on the left and Nico Williams at left back. Okay. Why is in the chat? Everyone happy with that back five? That's pretty much going to be our back five. Yeah. Get some whys in the chat. Shout out to Crypto. He says our preseason will start August the 16th. Fact, with half a squad, 4-2-3-1 counter attack with no pacey wingers. Could be a tough season. Let me apologize. Yeah, nope, no apologies, bro. He said the squad would be fine. We'd get Champions League. Big up to Crypto for that. Okay, so we're all happy. I'm seeing plenty of whys there. Okay, so like we haven't got to the stage that I need to talk to you guys about. We're getting there. Please do hit that like button. Look at this now. Let's go with the midfield, right? This is the midfield I would choose with the current players. I'd put Anderson in the 8. I'd put Sangare in the 6. Some of you may say Yates. I say, what are you thinking? And as he's still at Forest, we'll put Gibbs-White in the 10. Okay, everyone happy? Ish. Yeah, maybe some of you would tag Sangare for Dominguez, whatever, okay? Not too deep right now. We're getting to my point. Then we're going to put the wingers on. Callum Hudson-Odoi on the left. By the way, I'm having my doubts about him. And then I think probably Jota Silva on the right. I mean, seriously, that's what we're relying on, a freaking Jota Silva. But it is what it is. And then pick your poison, Chris Wood or Jesus up front, right? So let's do that. So this is Forest's 11. I look at this team already and I think, right, one, Gibbs-White probably going. Shout out to you, Reds, my guy, with the 9 months. What the fuck are the alerts? Hold on, give me 1 second. Hold on, just ignore what's on the screen. I just need to skank this quickly. All right, there we go. There we go. That's better. Okay. Okay. So there's our first 11. Are any of you spotting the problem yet? Are any of you spotting the problem yet? Shout out to Jess with the £2. She says we're doomed. Yeah, she's right. All right, hold on. Let's fucking... My guy Beeston with the 199. He says, good team. That will beat anyone. Come on, you Reds. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. Do you now see the problem? Do you now see why I'm getting seriously worried and seriously pissed off? Okay? We have 2 midfielders. Now, tell me who I'm missing, right? You can say Stamanic. I don't see him staying here. Danilo, been sold off. In midfield, right now, we have Yates and Dominguez as our backup in midfield. And I don't rate Yates, okay? On that bench, so I've put the defense on the left and I've put the attack on the right. Show me where the winger backup is. Where's the wingers? Where's the wingers? We just sold Sosa. We've sold Elanga. We got Jota Silva and Hudson-Odoi. Where's the rest of the wingers? Ben, I ain't putting him on. Okay? It gets better. Let's just say Gibbs-White goes to Spurs. So let's pull him out. And let's just say Forest revert to a 4-3-3. We do something like that, right? 4-3-3. Now, look at the bench. So this is why Marinakis is so adamant on not selling Gibbs-White. Where is the depth in this team? Someone please explain to me. Is Dominguez in full training yet? I don't know, bro. I don't know. We are down to one midfielder and no wingers. Obviously, we got the kids, the Sinclairs, etc. Where is everything? Fuck's sake, what's wrong with this coffee shit, man? Why is it not coming up? One sec, guys. Shout out to my guy Poison again with the 3 coffees. He says, we're fucked. Relegation battle and knocked out in the round of 16 in the Europa League. So when I'm saying, for those of you who are being patient, who are being optimistic, and shout out to you guys, you're well entitled to do that. We have 3 weeks before we play Bournemouth. 3 weeks. And this is our squad. One midfielder in Yates, who, in my opinion, isn't good enough cover. We've got 2 strikers, Taiwo, who yet again just passes the ball straight out of play like he did against Monaco. And we've got Chris Wood, who's now 33. He could be the starter. Igor Jesus could be the replacement. Either or, it is what it is. Shout out to Beast and Rez. He goes, we'll be okay, Wolfie. Don't panic. You'll get ill. Bro, I've already booked in my fucking next appointment at A&E with this heart attack. Have a look at it this way. When we get top players in, the players you look at now will be the backup. Yeah, but sorry, we're coming on to that. Because I'm not coming here with just problems, guys. I'm coming here with solutions as well. Now, anyone who tells me we can go into the Premier League season like this, cool. Fine. If you believe that, more power to you. Shout out to Wazza. He says, exactly. AFCON in Jan as well. He's bang on. So in Jan, let's say Forest sign no more players. In a bit Aina, in a bit Bolly, and hopefully in a bit Taiwo. Now that probably strengthens us with Taiwo not being there. And now we're down to maybe just Silver right back. And that's it. So where are the backup fullbacks? The deal with Mafio is off. That's not happening. Forest don't want to go over 5 million, so they've shook hands and parted ways. That's our squad, guys. That's our fucking squad as things stand today, right? That, for me, is terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. Now, I come to you guys with solutions. Now, I don't think Forest are getting relegated, by the way, right? But am I seeing with this Sangare as well? Yeah, in a bit, Sangare. In a bit. My bad. I forgot. Fuck. I see you. I hear you guys. Yeah, my bad. I forgot Sangare. Your 2 fullbacks will leave next summer. But let's just get to next summer. Yeah, I mean, and Bolly as well. Okay, so I still think this is fixed with 3 to 4, 5 would be like Dreamland signings, right? And I've got some simple names and names that I think are realistic for Forest to get. Okay, now when we look at this, and I know you're saying 3-5-2, Cujo, bro, but fuck me, man. I don't want to see 3-5-2. I don't want to see 3-5-2. Right. So we're gonna work on the assumption that Gibbs-White is going. It is what it is. Big up to Paul. He says, Spurs fan here in peace. It's good to have a Spurs fan here in peace. This MGW saga needs sorting ASAP. Even if we are to blame, I feel it's holding both our windows back. I do actually agree with you, bro. I can fully get on board with that. For me, just take him. I'm happy with 60 mil. Take him. But thank you for the £5, bro, because your transfer window has stopped and ours has completely stopped. Okay, so let me give you some solutions here, right? Well, let's solve the problems. Let's identify the problems first. Okay? You up to Jess? She says, even if we get top big name signings in now, they need time of pre-season to gel with the team and get used to Nuno's tactics. It's too late. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Jess. That's the point I forgot to make earlier. This is why, for me, you have to get your signings by mid-July. So they get at least 3 to 4 weeks to get to know the team, to be on that tour. The whole point of this tour of Portugal is the team bonding, the tactics, the getting to know each other. So for those ones who are coming in after, this 24/7 session that they're doing currently in Portugal is extremely important. And if you miss it, you haven't just missed a week's worth of it. To catch that up is probably about a 2-month period. It's about a 2-month period. And why did they go back to similar locations they did last season? Because they came out, I think Nuno came out and said, or there was a comment from him that said he wants to replicate. In fact, the players said it as well. They want to replicate what they did last pre-season. So when people are sitting there saying pre-season doesn't matter, tell that to Nuno and tell that to the squad and look at what they did pre-season and then look at the season we had up until we bottled it. So you're bang on, Jess. Shout out to you, Jess. Much love as always. Okay, so what was I about to do? Right, so let's identify these issues together, right? By the way, guys, there's nearly 1,000 in here. Please do take a quick second, hit that. How are we doing on the likes, mods? What's the likes saying? Let's have a quick look. The likes at the moment are worse than Forest's business in the preseason. 232. 232. 232. Should be 300. Should be 300. Shout out to Dry Roasted Peanut for subscribing. Big up to you. Okay, on the poll, where will Forest with this squad finish in the Premier League? Fucking hell. 3% of you said between 1st and 5th. Wow. 11% of you said relegated. Man, you guys are feeling worse than me about this transfer window. 6th to 10th, 23% of you, and 61% of you are saying 11th to 17th. All right, you lot are scaring me now, man. You lot are scaring me. And by the way, 61% of you would not take Adama Traore. Shout out to the 61% of you. 38% of you, well, you started your weekends early because you say yes. I just don't know. 11% are other clubs. I don't think so far. I genuinely believe there are Forest fans that think Forest will be in a relegation battle at the moment. Anyway, we're up to 322 likes. That's a little better. Let's push that up towards the 400 mark. Now, what I want to do with you guys is have a little discussion here, right? Have a little discussion here about where the problems are. So I want to identify the biggest problem you guys think is in this team in terms of where it needs strengthening. Okay. So put your positions in the chat. I don't even crypto voted for relegation. I would take anyone that would say yes right now. Says Laurie, I hope you're talking about football players. Yeah, I just hope you're talking. Check Forest's recent tweet, bro. Do I want to? What have they said? Has this shocked them into signing someone? What am I looking at? What? They're doing table tennis battles. Bro, they're fucking playing table tennis, man. Anyway. So like you were saying, fucking hell, you're all saying bare different positions. I would say if I generalize, there's the coffee thing. It's being weird. Right, I see. It's stuck under the thing. Yeah, all right, hold on. I've got it fixed. My guy Poison with another coffee as well. The absolute legend. He says the problem isn't us bottling UCL. It's the fact we keep unserious bids. Since Eddie the recruitment is shocking, we usually get what we want. We took Sangare from PSV when he had UCL. Bro, that's bang on, bro. I feel the caliber of players we were attracting was better when we just come up or like into the second season or what have you. And now we can't get some fucking scrubs from Juventus like George Weah, Tim Weah, and others. Like, you bang on, bro. So the questions do need to start be asking about Edu. I'm very close to putting him on Fraud Watch. He's very close to being on Fraud Watch with me. Why did you want Edu? I didn't want Edu. I was happy with Ross Wilson. So for me, Edu is one step away from being on Fraud Watch. He's got 3 weeks to sort his shit out. And then he's on Fraud Watch if he doesn't sort it out properly. Shout out Sigma for subscribing. Shout out Alfie as well for subscribing. Poison, apologies that notification didn't come up, but it should be working now. I don't know who's moved around with it in that thing. Maybe let's do a quick Edu poll. I'll get an Edu poll up in a second. How are you lot feeling on Edu? Wolfie, I'll take your under 14 wingers right now. Sean, I'm not even lying to you. They've been sniped by academies. I'm fucking fuming. I lost 3 players already. 3 players I've lost. 3 players. Appreciate it, Poison. This is what we need. LW Nusa, quality player. Mika Caldis, I love him from Leon. Ndoye, I'm on him. Ramsey, on him. Semedo, is he on a free? How old is he now? He must be quite old. And Douglas Luiz. That's not a bad shopping list. It's not a bad shopping list, but I think I've got a better one. Right, let's get into my shopping list, right? This isn't, I'll probably do a video on my actual shopping list. This isn't my shopping list, but these are solutions. Now, reading what you guys are saying in the chat, I think the general consensus is we need wingers, we need a CDM, and a midfielder. Yeah, you know what? I forgot how to say his name, Orange. Mikatadze. Roll him in. What about that Monaco midfielder you liked? Akliush, go get him. Right? Not going to happen, though. This is Forest we're talking about. Okay, so for me, wingers are critically important right now. I agree, Evan, we need a left back as well. Now, I think Silva still might go, by the way, guys. There's been a couple of rumors knocking around over the last 24 hours about him going, right? So he may go. So if Silva goes, that leaves us with 1 winger in the squad, 1 senior winger. Alaikum salam, go. I'm good, bro. That leaves us with Callum Hudson-Odoi. And Callum Hudson-Odoi, I'm not going to lie to you guys, he's been pissing me off a bit. Since Man City, he hasn't really done much. I think we need 4 wingers. 4 wingers, right? I've got names for you guys. Now, just look what happens to this squad when we start adding some players in, right? I'm bringing in realistic to semi-stretch-ish targets, okay? So I'm bringing in fucking Yilmaz, right? Yilmaz as an option. Right winger, baller, can get him for about 30 million. Why are we flapping around trying to get to 40 million euros with Ndoye when Yilmaz is a done deal at 30 million, right? There's one option on the wing. Second option, this is dream scenario option, by the way, and that's bringing Akliushin. Probably 45 mil minimum plus add-ons. Absolute minimum. It will need Marinakis to roll out a red carpet with 3 red carpets on top of it. Like, minimum. And maybe then we get him with a release clause of like 20 quid on it as well, right? I don't care though. I will, even if we can play him for 1 game, it will be amazing, okay? So there's 2 wingers. Now let me bring some more in for you. Fofana, baller. Absolute baller. Now he is linked with Liverpool. Forest did have a bid agreed with Leon on it. We all know that's BS, right? But Fofana is still an option. And then the other one I put on there is Ramsey as well, okay? So right now, I've got 4 extra wingers for you. 4. Now, from these wingers, what I think is realistic... In fact, I'll go another step there, right? And there's... Yeah, I've got the coffee thing working. Cool. Why is it fucking still weird, though? Bro, I didn't even see what it said. I'm getting pissed off with this shit. Shout out to you, Curtis, with the coffee. He says, to be fair, there's not really any tactics to learn. Nuno just defends and praise. We need a right back, left wing, right wing, 2 midfielders. That's the bare minimum, he says. I'm starting to question how patient Marinakis is going to be with all this. Edu needs to show his new boss he ain't shit. I think we may even need more than that, bro. Shout out to you, and thank you for doing it as a coffee. It stops YouTube taking their big ugly cut, right? So, look, these are wingers, and then the other one I'll add in there, I'll put Ndoye in there, right, as an option. So this is the pot. Fuck off. This is the pot we've got to play with, right? We've got loads of potential midfielders that we can get. Now, I just want to show you the transformation in the squad if you do that. Let's just say from this batch here, right? Let me just bring them down here because they're not our players yet. We'll line all these potentials up here, right? Now, let's just say from these, we're able to capture 2 or 3 of them. And let me go to dream scenario 1 for me, right? Would be that we get my 2 number 1 choices from this list. Fofana on the left and Akliouche on the right. Straight away, right? I look at that team and I think that team goes from bottom half to top 7 straight away. Straight away, instantly. That's just by bringing 2 players in. Now, we are talking about 2 top-notch, top of the bill, expensive quality players, right? They transform the whole style of play and Forest's fortunes as well, right? For a start, those 2 alone. You think Fofana will come? Bro, I'm pretty sure Liverpool are all over him. It depends on who, well, I guess if they get Isak, then Ekitike will play on the left. It could happen. Top 10, not top 7. All right, but whatever, man. It puts us in the right half of the table, right? You hear where I'm coming from here, right? I don't think any of you are saying I'm going a little too far, too Fofana with my predictions there. Now, straight away, what you've done just by doing that, and let's say Jota Silva pisses off, right? Let's put him in the Morgan Gibbs-White pile there. And then we bring in, I think we'll get a Ramsey. Now you've got options. You got a Hudson-Odoi. If Fofana is a scrub and flops, you could bring Hudson-Odoi on. If Akliouche bombs out, which he won't do, I guess you can't. We're going to need another right one, aren't we? Fuck it. I'm bringing the Yilmaz in as well. I want Yilmaz. This is now starting to look like a deeper squad for me, just on the wingers. This is just on the wingers. So already, just by signing 2 to 3 players, or 4 there, that looks a lot deeper. So I got Akliouche, Fofana, Ramsey, and Yilmaz. Now, if we're talking money here, we're talking about well over 130 to 140, right? Yilmaz will cost 25 mil. Fofana will probably cost, I would say, 40. So you're looking at 40, so that's already 65. Ramsey, I think Forest could deal probably at about 40 at a push. So we're at 100. And then Akliush is going to cost us 50, right? So that's a shitload of money. We're talking about a lot of money. So do I expect Forest to go and sign all these players? Of course not. So realistically, Forest will not get Akliush because the ambition isn't there to do that. Forest will not get Fofana because it was a fake deal. Forest will probably still get Ndoye. Hudson-Odoi will still start, and I think they may deal on Yilmaz and Ramsey, right? As a best case scenario. And yeah, we do need some homegrown players as well, right? That's a given for sure. So even if we did that, the point I'm making here, let's say these are the, how many have I put in there now? 3 midfielders, right? That's going to cost us, say, 35 mil for Ndoye. Yilmaz another 30. We're looking at 25, sorry. So 30, that's 60. And then Ramsey probably another 40. That's already 100. That's already 100. Okay. Just to get 3 decent wingers in, and I wouldn't have these as tier 1. I wouldn't have these as tier 1. Right. So you're not replacing Morgan Gibbs-White. Bro, Morgan Gibbs-White is in the bomb squad down here with Jota Silva, right? So that solves, or at the very least improves the winger scenario. We still need to improve the midfield scenario because we've only got Ryan Yates here as a midfielder. That's it. Ryan Yates, man. Ryan fucking Yates. So we're going to need to bring a midfielder in. Who's that midfielder got to be? Well, your options are going to be Harvey Elliott, McAtee, or Luis, or all of them, to be honest. So you've got Harvey Elliott, McAtee. All right, let me just hide these other ones so we don't get too many fucking... 1 second, guys. Let's bring them in. So you got McAtee, Elliott. Who was the other one? And Luis, right? So these are the 3 being discussed right now at Forest. Okay. Out of those, if we look at cost, probably McAtee can get done for 25 mil. Harvey Elliott, I think, will be about 35. And then Luis will be, I think you can get a deal for 30, or you could do a loan with an option to buy on him. Now, out of those 3 guys, who would you prefer to have if you could only have one? I think we need 2, by the way. I think we need minimum 2 because, again, we've only got Ryan Yates as backup. I don't know where our fucking squad has gone. But don't forget, Forest have sold players, right? We've sold Elanga. We've sold Danilo. We're in court over Matt Turner. Who else we sold? We sold Lewis O'Brien for 5 mil. Forest have put together about over, would it be about 90 mil, 100 mil in sales? And when you amortize that, you got plenty of money to go through, right? Yeah, Sosa's got as well. Thank you. That's the other one. There's about 100 mil. So don't let people tell you Forest haven't got money. And that 100 mil, remember, you can put the profit, the PSR profit from that on the books. And then when you buy players, you can divide by 5 to do it. We've done plenty of PSR videos here, so I'm sure you guys are all up to speed on it. Out of those 3, the best one for me by a country mile is Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz. I would take Dominguez out. I'd bring Douglas Luiz in. And I'm looking at that midfield and thinking, I'm turned on. I'm turned on. Straight away, I'm turned on. Douglas Luiz can play in the 6. He can play in the 8. He's prem proven. Got a bit of a stinky attitude on him. I get it. But I'm turned on. And then if I was going to back someone up, so this would be my order. Douglas Luiz first, then Harvey Elliott, because he could play in the 10 if Nuno wanted to do 4-2-3-1. By the way, I am fully saying we need to play in a 4-3-3. Didn't they spend half of that on Jair and Igor? No. Jesus was 10 mil, and Igor was about the same. So look, if we look at that costing, I think, however, I think Forest will take McAtee. Yeah, and he is a great free kick taker, Vic. Exactly. That's why I would want him. So I think Edu really wants Luis. If he gets him, I got no idea. I think Forest really want Ramsey, sorry. Will they get him? I hear positive sounds on it. Is he good enough? I have my doubts. And then out of these two, I think it will be McAtee. I don't think we get Harvey Elliott, if I'm being honest with you, right? So I think McAtee comes in. Now, McAtee, where would you play him? You can play him as the 10, you can play him in the 8. He can also play on the right-hand side as well. There's a couple of options you can do with him. He's the cheapest option. They're saying they want 35. Forest don't want to go over 2025. I reckon Forest could do 25 plus 5. It probably gets it done, right? Because remember, he's got 1 year left on his contract. So there's definitely an easy deal to do there. He now wants to stay in England. He doesn't want to go to Germany. So already, and I think defensively, by the way, we're fine on numbers. I mean, we got Abbott, you got Cunha we brought in, we got Marato, what a scrub he is. You got Bolly still there. I think Richards probably goes. And then you got De Silva. You know what? We're short on fullbacks. Just looking at that now. We're way, way short on fullbacks. Fucking hell. Is Gibbs-White going? I think he still goes. But do you now understand why Marinakis is fighting so hard to keep Gibbs-White? But I'll tell you what, guys. We gotta ask. Let's get talking to you guys again, right? The question really now needs to be asked. Why did we sell Elanga? And I am not Elanga's biggest fan. Now, the message that comes out was that Marinakis got involved and he said that the money was too good to refuse. 55 million for Elanga. It doesn't sound extortionate. Manchester United just paid 71 million for Mbeumo, who, by the way, is 100% better than Elanga. But Brentford held out with a player who had almost publicly said he wants to leave and he wants to go to Man U. Elanga never, ever publicly said that he wanted to leave Forest and that he wanted to go to Newcastle. You can say he did all the twerking and what have you with the other players. But my point here is 55 million or 52 plus 3, whatever it is. I disagree with the context, with the notion of that being too good of an offer to refuse. If it had been 60 million or 60 plus 5, then yes, I can see the logic in it. But 55, which is plus the add-ons, if you believe, some reports say it's 52 plus 3 and what have you, that for me is market rate. It's market rate. That's the point here. And the reaction to selling Elanga hasn't been quick enough. In fact, there's been more talks of Jota Silva going than anything else happening. What does the release clause mean for Gibbs-White? Can he not go? I'll be honest with you, bro. I don't want to talk about Gibbs-White tonight. I'm sure in the chat you lot are sick of talking about Gibbs-White as well. So these are the reasons, guys, why I'm now officially pissed off with this window. Because I didn't even get into the fullback scenario. There are no real decent left backs available on the market. There are a couple of right backs that Forest could go after. But when you break this down, we're fucked. Lodi, I actually thought about putting Lodi on that spreadsheet, and I was like, you know what? No, you lot will start falling in love with your lone players and what have you. I don't think we get relegated, Lewis. I don't think we get relegated, but I do worry. I do worry about where this is going. So that's my worry right now, guys. Like, what are you lot saying in the chat? We don't want to spend 7 million euros on Matthew. You ain't going to get cheaper than that. I know, Nick, when they're starting to negotiate over 1 or 2 mil, it does make you start to think what's going on. When you've had Marinakis coming out saying that, you know, we're going to put together a European squad, when the reports from the Athletic have come out to say that Forest are going to bulk out their squad. When it just seems like we're in a cutting phase, not a fucking bulking phase right now. Yeah, and he is homegrown. Allow Luke, sure. He probably gets into our team right now, though. And I'm looking at certain other individuals on that team, and I'm thinking, are they good enough to do the European campaign? Do you think we can beat Fulham tomorrow? I'll tell you what, right? On this Fulham game, which we'll be doing the watch along for. By the way, it's an 8 p.m. kickoff, I think, off the top of my head, right? Forest losing to Fulham tomorrow may not be the worst thing in the world. Hear me out, right? I mean, it's only a friendly, who gives a shit, right? But that could spark some life into some form of a transfer window. There we go. Clampy, thank you for the coffee. He says, and the message disappeared. The Greek father will sort this transfer window. We will be happy come September. I have no doubts about that, bro. Right? I know Marinakis will spend the money, but that's not the issue I have right now. My issue is I wanted 70 to 75% of the team out there in Portugal right now. And they're not there. And despite what Simon J was saying in the chat, right, the better deals are towards the end of the window. I don't agree with that. And I'll tell you why. Because if you are let's just say at the end of the window, hey, I've got it back up there. Poison Soup, he says, imagine if two of our starting players, imagine if two of our starting 11 get injured, and the Greek man has been only thinking with his wallet this window, not his head. First time in Europe in 30 years, and we've been let down big time. I just don't feel Marinakis will accept this window being shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm starting to think about fraud watching this man right here. And I'll tell you what, like, we did a video with Potts on Edu. Good few months back now. And shout out to Dan for doing that video. And he wasn't that praiseworthy. It's probably the best word I could use of Edu. I'll see if I can I'll try and leave it on the end of this screen or something for you guys. All right, if you want to kind of refresh what Arsenal fans think of him. And there are probably a few Arsenal fans in the chat now. A lot of them don't look at him with glowing love. With the players he got in, they were pretty shit. So I don't know. I'm close to fraud watch on him. I really am. Shout out to my guy Chris with the 199. Appreciate it, bro. With the super sticker. You take Garnacho. Could I take anyone from Man U? Edu wasn't here in January. Bro, Edu was here in January, man. Like, behind the scenes, he would have been working. I think Marinakis has a role to play this window being shit. He agreed the deal with Elanga. That is a very fair point, to be honest. Don't come at me. I still love the Greek father. Look, there's nothing wrong with pointing out things you disagree with someone, bro. I agree with you. It doesn't mean that you're Marinakis sell up. Now, of course you're not. You know what I'm saying? So I agree. Like with me, Marinakis, my biggest bugbear of him is that he sat Cooper too late. Everything else he's done, I've been happy with. Why are all you trollers saying take Garnacho? Don't want anything to do with him. Well, you want freaking Giant, don't you, Laurie? Would you take Sterling? I'd rather take Adama Traore than Sterling. Does the MGW noise bring down our poll? Now, there are a lot of people that are saying to me, I don't know what you guys think about this. I've poo-pooed it. But a lot of rival fans are saying to me, guys, they're like, you know what? No club will want to deal with you guys because your owner is being petulant, because your owner is taking everyone to court. You're going to be blacklisted from all the other Premier League teams and you're going to have to do your business abroad. I don't buy into that because I think Marinakis' money is just as green as the next owner. But do any of you buy into that rhetoric? Had Ross Wilson's head been turned by Newcastle? That is an interesting point. I don't really have too much bad to say about Ross Wilson. The thing is, what we don't know is how much involvement Ross Wilson has had in this window compared to Edu. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think I can really answer that question because I don't really know is the answer, bro, on that one. But he's had meetings up at Newcastle aplenty. Meat Magic, my guy, with the 10 US Australian dollars. Thank you so much for that, bro. With the super sticker there. Much love, much appreciation for you there. Exactly. I agree with Owen, man. Like, money talks, man. Money is money. It's as green as the next man's. So yeah. So I kind of wanted to look. Thank you guys for being here and letting me vent, right? I mean, what I'm hoping now is that Marinakis Jr., you, Edu, maybe you're watching this, you know, while you're on the golf course at Portugal or whatever. Oh my God, have we been linked to Vagpon yet? Have you really said that? Okay, bro. Like, are you trying to boil my blood pressure even higher, bro? Fuck you know. Have we been linked to Batshuayi yet? That's when, you know what, when the panic starts, when Batshuayi links start, that's when I start to get very worried. But yeah, if any of you guys are watching, I'm hoping now, tomorrow, maybe Monday, whatever, that you fucking sign someone. And if you really want to make me happy, just go get Akliush, bro. Go get him. There's a deal to be done there. No one... DJ, please don't say that name in my chat ever again. Please. Surprise sponsor announcement with 3 big signings. That's what we need to cheer us up. How have we not got a sponsor? Going into our, 4th year in the Premier League and we can't sort fucking sponsorships out. What an impact our 2 signings would make. I pray MGW stays, but what a mess, says Graham. Well, I just want to touch on that on tomorrow's game. So we'll have the watch along for you guys tomorrow. Do you guys expect Jesus and Jair to start tomorrow? Have we been linked with Lingard, bro? Now you're testing my patience. What are you guys saying to the team tomorrow? Like, what would you like to see tomorrow? Let's kind of finish up with let's do a quick live. I've never done a live preview on a game, and it's a fucking friendly, so I can't believe we're doing this, right? But yeah, and also let's get to 500 likes here. Still nearly 900 of you in the house. Big up to each and every one of you. Right, this is what I would like to see, right? Let me just get rid of all these freaking players that are going to reject us at some point. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck off. What have I done? Ah! All right, that'll do. Okay, so tomorrow... What formation? Let's go with formation. Yeah, I know. Can we please have a goal? Even if it's against us. I just want to see a goal. I can't remember what a ball going into the back of the net feels like. Right. What formation are we going with here? Please, bro. I don't want 3-5-2. Right, get your formations in the chat. Nicola's saying 4-3-3. Nicola, you've always been knowledgeable on your football. Fulham 8, no signings, nil. Gordon, Fulham haven't signed anyone either, to be honest. 4-2-3-1, MGW to start. 4-3-3. 5-3-2 and a 0. I swear to God, if it's 0-0 tomorrow, I'm asking for a refund from Forest. Fucking wasting 25 quid or 30 quid, whatever it is. I think we get slapped by Fulham tomorrow and hope it wakes up the recruitment. That could happen. That could be a scenario that I'm not 100% against. 3-4-3. You know, if he goes 3-4-3, we can't do a 2-man midfield. All right, so a lot of you are saying 3-5-2, and a lot of you are saying 4-3-3. Let's just lay them both out, right? So if we assume all players are pretty much available, I don't think Dominguez will be. Snake will still be around. Jake the Snake. So I think we might see this. Oh, I don't know if I like that. The name that just stands out to me on that is Jota Silva. Just sell him already. Just sell him already. Shout out to Kayung Lee. Thank you for subscribing. Well, here's what I want to ask you guys, right? Would you start Jesus or Wood? Put a J or a W in the chat. J for Jesus, W for Wood tomorrow. Which way are you guys leaning on this one? I'm going with my boy, man. I'm going. Laurie's going for some Wood. There's a surprise. Laurie wants Wood. Okay. You know what? I feel like there's more J's than W's. This needs to be a poll. 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 I need to do this as a poll. My guy Waza with the £2 reported 2 minutes ago. We aren't actively working on Douglas Luiz. Cheers, bro. Like, way to cheer me up, bro. I appreciate the 199, bro. I do from the bottom of my heart, right? I do. But fucking hell, man, why kick a man while he's down? Because you know what? I actually saw that report this afternoon, and for some reason, I blanked it out of my head completely, right? So, fuck it. We're not getting Douglas Luiz. But thank you for the 199. All right. Stop with the J's and W's, right? There's too many. I'll put it in the poll. Would you start with Wood or would you start with Jesus tomorrow? All right. Get your votes in. I'll give you a minute to do that. You think they get 45 minutes each? Yeah, they do. Can you donate 2p? I don't know, bro. You'd have to press the donate button and see what happens. Wait, why are you lot typing MGW? Both Jota must go. All right, you got your votes in. 36% of you would start with Wood and 65% of you would start with Jesus. All right, I'm 100% going Jesus. Just because, I'll tell you why, right? And it's not because, should I call him now? Do you guys want me to give him a quick ring? Should we see if he's starting? Should I call? Fucking hell, he'll be well pissed. What time would it be now in Portugal? Should I give him a quick call? Nah, it's too late. He'll get pissed off. I'll tell you why I would start with Jesus, right? Because I know what Wood can do. And I know what Wood cannot do. I want to see what Jesus can do in the Forest team. That's why. I would actually give him 60 minutes and then give Wood 30 minutes. Because remember, Jesus is fully match fit right now. He should be able to play 90 minutes. No problems, right? So that's why I would do that, right? And yes, Cujo, that's a great point. You want to protect Wood because he's old. He won't answer, too busy playing table tennis. He's probably watching Dragon Ball Z, to be honest. Has he subscribed to FFTV? Yeah, he's a member as well. He's a member. He's a very nice guy. I just need to see. Oh, by the way, if he's crap, then I'll be calling him out as crap. Curtis with another coffee. My guy, thank you so much. He says the team he would go for. Let's have a look at his team. He's definitely gone a 3-back, hasn't he? Now he's saying the best team. Goalkeeper Sells, left wing back Williams, Murillo, Milenkovic, Cunha, right back Einar, Sangare and Anderson, Morgan Gibbs-White in the middle, and then he's going Wood and Igor up front. That bangs, end quote. All right, let me ask you guys this, right? Would you play both of them? Would you play both of them? Friends, football friends. Hell yeah. Shout out to Poison with the £2. Wolfie and Jesus are football friends. Yeah, man, I'm friends with this family now as well. Lovely people. But Jesus, don't let me down, bro. If you play shit, I'll say you've played shit. make sure you ball out. Make sure you ball out. Thank you so much, bro, for the £2 and your coffees as well. I really do appreciate all your help with the channel, bro. But I wouldn't do it, and I don't think it's a good idea because their traits are too similar. Both of them like to drop deep. Both of them like to pick the ball up. The main difference is Wood likes to drop deep and then spray the ball out wide. Jesus likes to drop deep, play a little layoff into a midfielder or a defender, turn his man, and then run into the space. I think you know what, bro? It's just in honor of that. Have I still got it? Oh, I haven't got it, you know. Have I got it? I haven't got it. I had the football friend as a little meme. And it's gone. What's this?
If I owned the team, I would probably just stick with him until the end of the season, come what may.
Even if we go down?
Even if we went down, yes.
That's not there, man. Oh, it's Ben in the chat. He's going to love that one. That's the wrong receipt. I was wondering what that was. Sorry. Anyway. Yeah, so there's Robert. It's Ben in the chat. Is Ben still in the chat? He is as well. Rob, if you're watching, it's not labeled, Rob. I was just wondering what it was. I was looking for the in-betweeners one. Anyway. Okay. So I don't know if we start with that team. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. But yeah, Rob wants Cooper back. It's the breaking transfer news today. Yeah, okay, listen, we'll be back tomorrow for the one. By the way, like, if you're not in the Discord, what are you doing? Like, there is so much conversation going on right now in the Discord. Why are you not in the Discord chat? Just talking Forest, because as soon as I go off here, I'm gonna go catch up on the Discord chat and see what everyone's. I can see Harold's in there typing right now. Dean's in there. Brave Links is in there chatting away. Someone put the link up for Discord. If you don't know what Discord is, it's like a free WhatsApp thingy app that's just brilliant. There's loads of things within there. Amit's in there. Shout out to him. I see he's typing away. Where you just go in and there's a general. No, it's not the disco link. Not the disco link, Larry. Fucking hell, you're so old. Right, you go in there. There's a general chat where everyone's just chatting basically shit about Forest and football all the time. You've then got FIFA channels in there where you can talk about the boys who are playing, girls who are playing FIFA. If you're doing your ticket swaps, match footage, Forest news, it's all in there, man. You're not on Discord. What are you doing? Discord is the place. So make sure you join in. I see a few of you are joining right now. Shout out to Glider. He's jumped in. Higgity and Oliver, they're in there as well. So make sure you're joining it. Stop saying disco, Laurie. Fucking hell, man. No, Poison. I'm 23. Look. Stuart got me this. Higgity is you. Shout out to Mark. And you know what? You lot would make my life so much easier if your YouTube names and your Discord names were the same, right? Because I'm there like chatting to some of you and I'm thinking, what the fuck is that? What's the disabled one just put in there, man? That family guy thing, man. Who's the disabled one in here? That sounds so politically incorrect, doesn't it? Anyway. Disco Diva. Let us change our names then. What, Josh, are you in there? Are you in there? Yo, if you're in the Discord, man, go look at that gift that's just been put in the general chat. What the hell is going on in there? All right. Watch along tomorrow. Forest versus Fulham. I'm predicting 0-0. 0-0. My name in Discord is Rob Got Owned. Man, Rob caught us straight. I'm not gonna lie. Rob caught us straight. Rob, I apologize, man. There was no intent behind it. I was just looking for the freaking in-betweeners one, and I couldn't find it. You can change your name per channel. Can you, Rich? Look at you, little Discord expert, you. Okay, you know your stuff. Fucking hell, now what's that gif he's put in there? My God, man. All right, let's go and send you somewhere. Oh my God. Do we send you to Eagle Eye Cherry? Not Eagle Eye Cherry, Eagle Eye Foot. Sorry, Rich. Rich, I didn't mean it. Shall we send you? Oh, shall we troll the Palace fans? Wait, let me just see if it's Rich doing it. If it's Rich doing it, we'll do it. It'll be yeah. Rich is in there. All right, everyone, go over to the redirect and type in Texter in the chat. Sir John Texter in the chat. They're gonna lose their shit. Right? Sir John, I want to see it in there. Sir John Texter in Rich's chat. I want to see him keep a straight face. Everyone go in there. Sir John Texter. You can just copy and paste that message there. We'll be back tomorrow for the watch. There might be a video before because I think the kickoff's at 8, isn't it? Right. I'm sending you over to Rich. Go give them hell. Shout out to you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Come on. This will redirect you. So redirect you. Right. Just click. If it doesn't, just press on the screen at the top bit. All right. Let's go have some fun with them. Come on, you Reds.